Hi, today we want to present about the Verizon Communication Company. It's one of the largest and leading telecommunication company in America. And the companies they have a plan to into the Canadian telecommunication market. Our team have of 17 members. My name V, and we have Archana, Amitha, Joey, Daniel, Debora, and Natalia. Firstly, we will have a quick review about company Verizon. The company first established in the 1983 in the state of Delaware with the name Bell Atlantic. In the June of 2000, the company changed their name to Verizon by the merger between the Bell Atlantic and GTA Corporation. The company was listed on the New York Stock Exchange in July 2000. Currently, Verizon resides in more than 150 countries and territories, but the primary market of the company is still the American. Verizon is a holding company and owns the operation including two subsidiaries are the Verizon Wireless and Verizon Wildlife.
Situation analysis. In such analysis, we can highlight as a strength the fact of the company is already a leader in the United States market. As a threat, we can highlight the aspect of the market share in Canada belongs to the three big companies, Bell, Rogers, and Telus. Aligned to this fact, there is a protectionist governmental rule which allow a foreign company by a company established in Canada which has no more than 10% of the market share. About the test analysis, we can focus on the social-cultural aspect. The mobile market is fostered by the gold business culture. About the Porter 5 forces, we can highlight the supplier power, considering that there is a great availability of equipment suppliers in Canada. Contingency plan. Verizon can enter in the Canadian market with different products also, such as cable TV or cloud services. The last one is already a very strong product for Verizon.
Now let us look into the Canadian market share. So basically, the Canadian market is oligopolized by Rogers, Bell, and Telus, and the Rogers is representing 31.8%, Bell is representing 23.4%, and the Telus is representing 19.5%. And the market revenue of the whole year of 2014, Rogers has 35% of the total revenue, Bell has 29%, and Telus has 28%. Now let us look at the regional market share. In Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Rogers, Bell, Telus has less market share than any other provinces, and the major players there are small companies. Based on the review of Canada's telecommunication market, it's not difficult to summarize that the Canadian market is oligopolized by three major companies, Rogers, Bell, and Telus. However, there are still some small successful players in the market, and if Verizon wants to enter Canada's market, the regions like Manitoba and Saskatchewan are the better choice for them to enter the market.
Verizon provides a variety of services which includes voice services, data services, telemetry services, wireless devices, and wired segment, which is further categorized as mass market, global enterprise, global wholesale, and other services such as operator services, pay phones, collect calls, and prepaid phone cards. The channel strategy was the conventional direct channels and indirect channels, but a recent development is the creation of Verizon Partner Program, where an individual can partner with Verizon and work as per any of the three available models, that is agent model, resale model, and sell-with model. This has simplified the channel strategy and also is very cost effective.
Now we're going to talk about the marketing strategies and the objectives for Verizon and a detailed marketing plan for Verizon to enter into the Canadian market. First part of the marketing strategy is planning the campaign. We really need to understand who is a typical customer of Verizon and what are his attributes. Some of them include that he believes a lot in value for money. He is trustworthy. He is someone who will shake up the existing order, and someone who wants some kind of an experience but at a good value. So a typical customer profile would be between the age group of 18 to 40 years, an income between 40,000 to 80,000. Because we say someone who believes in value for money, we are not looking at someone who is at a higher end of the income bracket. Our demographies are ideally students, young professionals, and recent immigrants. And geography is mostly urban areas where there's better network coverage. However, our initial strategy has to be from entering into the areas of Manitoba and Saskatchewan, where the regional players presence, where the local players presence are really less, as my colleague Joey had mentioned. Campaign objective, our primary objective is to increase brand recognition. It is to shape up a brand identity in Canada, because in Canada not many people know about Verizon. And thirdly, and the most important thing, is to create a call for action to push people to actually switch in taking the decision towards Verizon. The marketing campaign will run in 2 phases, pre-launch and launch. This has been discussed in detail in our report. Here are some creatives that we've brainstormed and come up with, which Verizon can use as a part of their marketing communication. We all know Canada pays a high cell phone bill, so that can be used in one of the communications that Verizon channels. And another aspect to it is use its existing brand value to communicate to Canadians in a better way. Here's the marketing mix and the objective. Marketing mix consists of 4: product, price, place, and promotion. We would further discuss about Verizon specifically in the following slides. Coming to the first aspect of the marketing mix, that's the product. Verizon offers products in the communications and wireless network area, and they are the market leaders in doing so. An ideal customer would be a middle-level income Canadian customer, basically because they propose value, and it is value for money. Place where their services are channelized to is from small towns to major cities. However, more prominent in major cities because of the technological convenience and better coverage in urban cities. Because Verizon is very new to the market, as we have in our marketing strategies mentioned, we are going to be entering the Canadian market in two phases, with seasonal and holiday promotions, as well as a consistent promotional channel across to build more customer recognition. Thus, Verizon has been able to maintain a steady market share, well ahead of its competitors in US, and with support from the government in terms of the government regulations, and with a strong business plan and comprehensive marketing strategy, Verizon has good potential in the Canadian market. Thank you. Please feel free to reach out to us should you have any questions about our project.